Hi, everybody. It's me, Jordan Long here, and today I'm going to talk about um whole Pluto still a planet theory, or the whole Pluto is a dwarf planet theory. Now, this theory was supposed a long, long time ago by a bunch of highly smart people, and just because you're really smart does not automatically make a theory a fact. A theory has to have evidence and proof to back it up, and then it goes from being a theory to actual fact. But these people only had some fact. Yes, it was a fact that Pluto was a small planet, but that was probably the only fact that it had. And the fact that it had a moon, and the fact that it had an orbit. But of course, these were the only facts that were actually proven. Everything else was just a theory. So these people theorized that since Pluto is smaller than all the other gas giants and all the other rock planets, or solid planets in our solar system, they assumed that it could not be a planet. But it made no sense, because the name they came up for these alleged non-planet bodies were dwarf planets. See, but then the problem was there was the word planet was still in the title. Okay, did these people have to explain away its gravitational pull, its orbit, or its moon? No. They could not explain it away. So they just labeled, said it's too small, it's not a planet, everybody accept it. But the problem is with people who just throw out theories and don't find any proof that is dramatic for the romance evidence, it's very hard to accept theories, especially when you have nothing to back them up with. So a lot of people challenge this theory. And usually some of their defenders, and of course, highly smart people have their defenders. No matter what theory they come up with, there's always going to be someone that tries to defend it. But really, the people who try to defend really cannot defend it. They go, oh, so you think you're smarter than they are? You know what? Me criticizing their Pluto's not a planet theory, it's not me claiming to be smarter than they are. I was not saying that I was smarter than they are. But you know what? Obviously, if they're stupid enough to just come up with a theory and not find any proof to back it up, I would say they're pretty stupid in that department. Yeah. Okay? Their defenders will always try to come up with stuff. These people, they must have been really stupid, or they just may thought that because they thought because they were really smart, or highly smart, they believed that people would not question any of this stuff. When these people were asked, well, Pluto has a moon, right? It has a gravitational force. It has an orbit. These people, I don't know how they answered those questions. I think they just probably said next question, or didn't even answer it. These are probably the same people that when they die and go to heaven, and then they ask God, God, Pluto's a dwarf planet. God goes, yeah, Pluto's a dwarf planet, but it's still a planet. I gave it a moon, a gravitational pull, and an orbit. These people would then, first they'd be really sad because first these people would be shocked to believe that Pluto was still a planet regardless of their theory, and number two, they'd be upset to know that they'd be really sad to know that God had told them himself about Pluto. Basically, countering there and basically saying it was a planet after all. So, but these people, like for example, North America cannot be a continent because it's not big. But then again, that theory can be disproven because first off, there is proof that North America is a continent. And just because it's not one of the biggest continents, it's still a continent. Okay? But that's just another example. No, some people claim that Australia can't be a continent, but it's an island continent. Okay, what is a freaking island continent anyway? I don't understand it. Yes, islands are subcontinents or sub-land masses, parts of a continent that if you go by the Pangea theory, basically, you could put all those puzzle pieces together, including the continent, including islands. What is a freaking island continent? I don't know. It's like someone just throws words around, but they don't know what it means. Australia is an island continent. It can't be an island. It can't be a continent. Makes no sense to me. Did you actually think this through? Or are you just throwing words around again? Yeah, basically it's just throwing words around. Yeah, there are people who will try to claim that certain continents are not continents. Oh, people say that about Australia all the time. I'm talking about the continent, not the country that shares the same name. People try to claim that North America couldn't be a continent because it was not as small, it was not as big as Asia. I'm sure other people tried to claim that wanted to claim that probably Africa and Europe and Asia were one whole continent, probably, instead of being two separate continents that are technically still connected to each other. Whatever. So, anyway, yeah, there's a bunch of, really stupid theories that people come up with, but with finding no proof to back up their theories, And then basically the only argument they present is, I'm smarter than you. You think you're smarter than me if you question my theory? Yeah. And that had nothing to do with being smart. Okay? Pluto's still a planet. You've been unable to disprove its orbit or gravitational pull or moon. So until you can disprove it has any of those three things, it's still a theory and always remain a theory. Okay, that's it. I'm Jordan Long, and I hope you enjoyed this video.